All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Support. Thanks for joining us here today. Hey, look, I started it with my mic turned on this time, so I'm doing much better than last week. Anyway, I want to say thanks to everybody for joining me today on the live stream. You guys are already in the chat, so I see George Horseman and Mike Singer. So hey guys, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. Thanks for coming back and hanging out. I see Lisa Johnson. She says hi and thanks for your videos. Absolutely, Lisa. Glad that the videos are helpful, and glad that you're here hanging out with us. Today is part 4 of creating a website that wows, where we're going to be talking about customizing your fonts and colors. So I'm going to show you guys how to access Theme Designer. I'm going to show you some tools that you can use that will help you get just the right color if you're trying to just modify a simple element and change the color, or if maybe you want to create your own theme from scratch. I'm going to share with you a couple of tools that I use to get the right colors and to customize my theme to match my brand. Also today we're going to be customizing the site menu fonts. So I'm going to show you how to change the site menu fonts and the colors of those just as an example. But the big takeaway from today is that you see how to work in Theme Designer and see how the flow, that flow works. Now, a couple of announcements really quick. Time is running out for double referral credits. So every Zenfolio account comes with a unique referral code. You can find that information in your account. And through the month of August, which means you just have today and tomorrow, if you share those referral codes out with your friends, I know you guys have photographers who are looking to start a website. If they use your referral code, either today or tomorrow, you're going to get a 20% credit and they'll get a 20% discount. Now, after August, it's going to go back down to the normal 10%. So definitely make sure that you're sharing that out. I'm going to show you guys a little later on where to find those referral credits in your account, if somebody will remind me and I don't forget. Also, let me scoot over this way. Tether Tools is running a contest. So you guys, I'm going to throw the link to this out in the chat. This is a back to school contest that Tether Tools has going on right now. And one of the prizes is a Zenfolio account. So definitely hit up that link, check it out. They've given away some really cool stuff, but make sure you check it out because they are giving away a Zenfolio account. All right, guys. Well, glad everybody could join us. If this is your first time joining us, make sure that you say hi and let us know where you're from in the chat. And welcome back to everybody who's normally on the stream. If you guys have any questions as we're going through, make sure that you get those in the chat so I can get those answered for you live. Also, up somewhere in like the top, I think it's going to be the top right corner of your screen, if you hover over the video player, there's going to be a little info icon. You guys can click on that. It's just a quick poll. Let me know what you guys want to see next week. So I am going to tailor next week's show directly from the feedback that you guys provide on that link. So make sure that you hit up that poll. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. And now I'm going to be quiet. Well, I'm not going to be quiet, but I'm going to jump into today's topic, which is customizing your website, changing your themes, your font and color, and things like that. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. All right, so here we are on our Zenfolio landing page, which is the photos page. Now, if you have an older account, right when you log in, you might see your dashboard. It basically is the same thing as we're looking at now, except the dashboard gets you a quick link to go to the photos page. And what we want to do to actually access Theme Designer, where we can change the fonts and colors of our website, is we need to get to 2 places. So first we need to get into Customize View, and then we also need to get into Theme Designer. So let me show you how to get to these 2 places really quick. And I recommend opening these up and having them open in multiple tabs. So the first thing that I'm going to do is hover over website right here. And we're just going to click on customize website. Now I'm not going to click on it. I'm going to right click on that, or you could command click if you're on a Mac, and that will open that up in a new tab. But let me just show you guys this right here. I'm just going to open it in a new tab. Now, the reason I like working in multiple tabs is if I want to reference something on the back end of Zenfolio here, I don't have to use the back button and get out of Customize View because it's kind of a pain to do that. So I can just kind of switch back and forth through tabs like this. All right. So here we are in Customize View for this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get into Theme Designer. And Theme Designer is what lets you control the colors, the fonts, and different things like that in Zenfolio. So in order to access that, Theme Designer is right here. You just want to click on this. And this is where you can access Theme Designer. Now what you want to do is you want to actually right click on themes and hit that open in new tab option again. So we're going to leave Customize View open in one tab. We're going to open Theme Designer in another tab, and then we're going to have the back end of Zenfolio open in another tab. So 3 different tabs. It's going to make the work a lot quicker, and it's going to be a lot easier to go back and forth and reference things when you have those 3 tabs open. So let me jump in this new tab, and you can see it kind of opened a duplicate of the page. That's fine. We're going to go to Themes and click Edit Theme on this. All right. So just to show you the tabs that I have open, let me just bring my window down right here a little bit. I have this Zenfolio, the back end. I have Customize View open, and now I have Theme Designer, as well as a couple of other tabs here that I'm going to share with you guys in a little bit. But this is Theme Designer here. And the main thing when working with Theme Designer is opening it up in a new tab, because it's a huge place. Sometimes, depending on your internet speed, it can take a little bit of time to open up because it's giant, right? And so having it open in another tab is going to prevent you from having to save, close Theme Designer, go back and be like, didn't even do what I wanted it to do, so now I have to go back in. So anytime I jump in Theme Designer, I always make sure to open it into a new tab. So again, we're going to go back here to Customize View, and then right here is Theme Designer. All right, so let's start off by changing the colors and fonts that are used on our site menu right here. So this is our site menu. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify, since this is on our homepage, we need to identify what site menu this is, because your Zenfolio homepage can use either the homepage menu or the site header menu. And so the easiest way to identify that is just to go up here to Options and see which one you're using. So right now I am using the homepage menu and the homepage logo. And so if I want to change the colors of these menu items, then that means that I need to change them for my homepage menu, but then I'm also going to need to change them for my site header as well. So we're going to jump over in Theme Designer, and we're going to click on the homepage tab right here, and you're going to see homepage menu right here like this. So here's my homepage menu. Now, if you'll notice, this is the site header, and it says right here that the header and footer are customized on the style tab, which is right here. So we're going to go back to the homepage menu. We're going to click on the menu items right here. And then this is where we can customize these. Now, pay attention here, guys, to the layout of your homepage. If your homepage menu is over on the side left over here, then what you want to do is you want to customize this one down here, because the homepage menu can be in different places. Okay, so we've got this one clicked on right here. And let me get myself up out of the way there. There we go. So we've got this clicked on. We're going to jump over here, and here is where you can see menu items, and this is where you change all of those colors and change the font and all of that stuff. So we're going to go menu item really quick, and what we're going to do is we're going to click right here, and we're going to change this text color. So menu items and text color right here, and you can see right here if I'm clicking on this red, it's going to change that color right there. All right, so I'm just going to click on the red really quick, hit done. Not that I want my menu items to be red, but I'm just doing that so you guys can see the change. And then before you click this save button, here is something that I recommend doing. So that you don't mess up the current theme that you're using. Let's say that you make some changes, you decide you hate it, and you really wish that you could just go back to the way things were. If you want to do that, make sure that you don't save over the existing theme. So instead, hit that Save As button, and now we can change the name of this, and I can say Zen Live Demo 1 and hit save. And so now I haven't messed up my original theme. If I don't like the changes that I make, I can just go back and revert back to using that original theme. So now we're going to jump back into the tab right over here where Customize View is. We're going to do a Command R on our keyboard or just hit the refresh button. That way that new theme that we created loads up into our theme. So now if we go right here to themes, now there is Zen Live Demo 1 right there. So now I'm going to click on that, scroll down to the bottom, get myself out of the way here, scroll down here and hit apply. All right, so now we should see these site menu items up here change to red right there. All right, so that's how you change your site menu items for the home page. Now, again, like I said, your home page can use multiple different site menus, so you have to know which one your home page is using. As a personal recommendation, to make things super easy on yourself, what I would do is I would switch this over to using just your header menu here. So page header, hide the homepage menu and the homepage logo. That way your site menu and your navigation up top will stay the same throughout the entire consistency of your website. Now we will have to do some customizing this to get it back looking the way that we want. But this way, this is actually the site menu item that's going to be used on the rest of my website, no matter what page I'm on. All right, guys, so that's a quick intro to Theme Designer. Now, I said that I was going to share some tools with you guys that will help you get just the right colors. And one of them is, if you're a Mac user, it's actually built right into your Mac. So this is called the Digital Color Meter. Let me just bring this guy up here. Let me find it. Here it is right here. If you go into your applications, I think it might be hidden under utilities. It's called the Digital Color Meter. And this is a really awesome tool because this will help you get just the colors that you want. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're displaying the colors in sRGB. That's going to give you your RGB values right here for whatever color you want. So let's say you're looking at website examples, or you're looking at an image and you really like a specific color in an image. Maybe we really like, let me just pause my slideshow here. Maybe we really like that green that's showing right here. Well, you can pull up your digital color meter, hover your mouse over that green, and it'll actually tell you the RGB values. Now, once you get your mouse there, you hit Command L on your keyboard and it's going to lock it in place. So now I can move my mouse around to whatever I want and I can see those RGB values here. Now, what I usually do is if I'm looking for specific colors, I'm trying to find something to change my website. Maybe I'm working on my, my branding, changing my theme up a little bit. What I like to do is have a Google Doc opened up because the digital color meter will also do a couple more things. One, it will take that color and turn it into an image, and then it will also give you the text so you have that saved on a document. So for instance, let me just do Command L again really quick and kind of free up my mouse. So now let's go right here and let's say that we really like this yellow right up here. And so what I'm going to do is just hit Command L. That's going to lock that in place. And then what I can do is I can do a Option Command C, and it's going to copy that color as an image. So I'm going to go Option Command C. Let me jump over to this Google Doc, and I'll just go right here and hit Command V, and it pasted a little image of that color. Now I can jump back over here again, pull up that digital color menu right here, and let's say maybe we want to get the RGB values of that and put it next to that color image that we just saved. So in that case, you just do Shift Command C. So Shift Command C, and it's going to copy the text. And then if I go here, Command V, now there are my RGB values right there for that color. So if you're on a Mac, that digital color meter should be built in. It should be in your applications, either under utilities. Guys, I use this thing all the time. Windows users, PC users, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with if you have anything like that built in. If you guys do, let me know and let me know how it works. Leave me a comment or throw it out in the chat because I would love to know, because I'd love to be able to share that option out as well. Unfortunately, I work on Mac, so I'm not familiar with what's available on PC. So that's one tool that you guys can use. Now, the other thing is maybe you're just getting started, right? Maybe you're just trying to find some inspiration for color palettes to use on your website. Well, there is a website that I use a lot for that as well called Cooler. I think that's how you pronounce it. The link to this website is actually in the description of this video below, but let me show you what this website looks like. This is what this website looks like, and it's made by Adobe. And so you can go here and you can actually browse through lots of different color themes that people have created in color palettes. This website is awesome, guys. I use this a lot. And then, if you're searching for a particular, mood, maybe you want to do something dark, maybe you want to do something light, you can actually go to the search tab, enter, a search, hit enter, and it's going to start pulling up color palettes that match that. Now, once you get here and you see something that you like, you can actually go to edit copy and it will open it up to this little window. And this is super useful because it actually gives you the RGB values and the hex code. And you can actually take this hex code right here. So let's say we want to recreate this little peach color right here. We can actually take this hex code and copy that, go back into our theme designer, and we can make our site menus that color. So we'll go here. Let me get myself out of the way. We'll go down here and we can put that right in there. And now we have that peach color. So super great tool, guys, to use. You can find lots of great color palettes to use on your website through that. Like I said, I use that site a lot when I'm helping people design or trying to find, color palettes that I want to use. Again, the link to that site is in the description below this video. Make sure that you click it and bookmark it because it is super, super useful. All right. If you guys have any questions about theme design, changing colors, changing fonts, make sure you get those in the chat. What we're going to do really quick is we're just going to jump back to changing these site menu items really quick. So back here on Zenfolio, now that I've changed this over to be using my site header, there's a couple of things that personally I don't like. One, obviously the logo is way too big. And now two, my site menu items have kind of gone back to that color that was there before. So let's go ahead and fix this up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right down here to site header in the bottom left. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to logo, and I'm going to see how this logo is looking. So this logo is set to be scaled automatically. So what I want to do to make it a little bit smaller is just throw in some vertical and horizontal padding here. So I'm going to add about, let's start off with 50 pixels of padding on each side. That's probably going to be way too much, but we'll just take a look at that. We'll hit apply, and that logo should shrink down quite a bit now. Quite a bit, way too much right there. Let's go back and we'll try to find a happy medium in there. So let's try, let's go with 20 and 20 and take a look and see. All right, so this is starting to look a little bit better. It's looking back to the way it was before. And again, the reason I like using this site header is because this navigation is now going to stay the same across my entire website. So now I just want to update my links over here and get them looking the way that I want them to look. And if you guys want to see this a little bit better, you can actually grab these little dots, drag this thing over, and get a better look at your website when you're kind of editing it. The only time you really need this thing is if you're messing with your site presets or you're changing your links up here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back in Theme Designer and let's change these up over here. So what I'm going to do is I want to match that blue color right there. So in order to do that, I'm just going to pull up my digital color meter. I'm going to hit Command L, unlock it, and then I'm going to just kind of zone in on that blue, hit Command L again, lock it there, and then I'm going to drag it down here to the bottom of my screen so I can see those RGB values when I'm in Theme Designer. So let's go right here, and now we're going to go to the Style tab where we can edit the header menu. We're going to pull this up, click on the menu items right here, And then let me get myself out of the way. We're going to go over here and we're going to find the menu items, and here's the text color. So I'm going to click in there. And then I have that digital color meter locked onto that color in the bottom. That way I can enter the RGB values. So we're going to start with the RGB values right here. It's going to be red 35 and green 42. And then we're going to do blue 91. And that's going to give me that color that I wanted right there, that blue color. And now if we want to switch over the hover color, maybe I want to grab that orange for the hover color. So let's go back. And again, just pulling out the digital color meter. Like I said, I use this thing all the time. We'll grab that orange. This is the Zenfolio orange. I should probably know the RGB values by heart for that. Don't tell anybody that I don't. I'm going to hit Command L one more time, save those RGB values, jump back in Theme Designer, and we'll change our hover color to that orange. So we're on hover color, and that's going to be 244, 131, and 69 for blue, and that should give us that orange. So it's giving me the exact colors that I want. I'm not sitting here looking at a color reference, trying to get close, which I've done that in the past. It's super annoying. This lets me just enter the color values that I want, and it gives me that perfect color. So now we're going to hit done. And now my menu items are blue, and then if I hover over them, they're kind of doing that orange look right there. Okay, so now what about the font? Let's say we want to change the font to these. That's done right here in Theme Designer as well. So back on the menu items section right here, we're going to click on font family right here. And we can go and look at the fonts that are available in Zenfolio here. So there's a big list right here. But, you know, if you don't see a font that you want, there's this little button right here that says Add Font. Now, I wish that that meant you could upload the font file from your computer. But what this is going to pull from is it's going to pull from Google Fonts, which is a huge font resource, and it's going to make things work really nice because, as you guys know, or if you don't know, in order for a font to work for a visitor to your website, they have to have that font installed on their computer, or it has to be in the Google Font API thing that's way above my understanding. But you can't just come up with a font, put it on there, and then it would work for them. So this is why you can pull from Google Fonts right here. You click that Add Fonts button. It's going to pull up this little dialog box, and you can browse through all of Google Fonts, and there are a lot. And if you find one you like let's say that we like, let's do the Armio or whatever that is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on that, and that adds it over here. And you guys can see I've got a lot of Google Fonts over here already. So let me remove some of these and make that a little bit easier to find, because I kind of go in here and play quite a bit with the Google Fonts. I'm just going to remove a lot of this stuff. I don't know, there's probably like a million. There we go. Almost there, guys. You guys are super patient. All right, so we've got all those fonts removed. I'm going to hit OK. And now what you want to notice is that it didn't change, right? So we have to come back over here to menu items, go back to font family. And now that Armio is down here under Google Fonts, I can click on that. And now it changed that here over here. So again, we're just going to hit save. We're already on that new theme that we created. Now we're going to jump back over here to this. And then we would do a Command R or refresh. We should see this stuff change. All right, so now the font changed, the color changed. When we hover over it, it's turning that orange color. And once you're happy with this, you click the publish button to make those changes go live. All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful. It kind of gives you an introduction into Theme Designer, shows you a super simple way to have it opened up in another tab. That way you can work back and forth, because if you start trying to do it all in the same tab, it's going to get super annoying, I promise. So make sure that you open it up in that other tab, and then check out those color resources so that you're not playing around with the little color thing trying to find the perfect color. You can just find it and reference it off of that, you know, whether you use the digital color meter or you use the Cooler website. It's going to make this process a lot easier for you. All right, let me jump back into my Zenfolio account really quick, and let me catch up with you guys on chat here. Let me jump over here really quick. Let's see. We've got Home Phone hanging out with us. He says, aloha. George says, hello, Tony from South Carolina. Hey, Tony, I'm not too far above you up here in North Carolina. I hope it's cooling off for you guys down there, man. I thought it was going to cool off for us up here, but it hasn't that I've noticed much anyway. So hopefully it's a little cooler for you guys down there in South Carolina. I've got Mike from Cincinnati, Ohio, the only state round on the ends and high in the middle. Oh, I like it. I like it. That's crafty. Cedric says, cool tip for Mac users. Absolutely. The digital color meter is, like I said, I use it all the time to do those things. Okay, let's see. Cedric says, can you show ways to embed a video to play when your site comes up in the background full screen? Let's see. So I can show you how to embed a video on your home, not embed, I can show you how to use a video on your home page. And I can also show you how to embed a video on a custom page. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which side of the coin you fall on, most of the modern browsers these days are kind of at war with autoplay videos or autoplay content. So soundtracks, different things like that. And if you'll notice, a lot of times where things used to autoplay as soon as you went to a website, which was great for us as photographers, right? Especially if you're using a video on your homepage, your client lands on there, that video starts playing with that really awesome music and, you know, kind of showing you in the action and all that stuff. Super great. Super annoying though when you're on those sites with the little videos that pop up and they hide from you and they start playing weird music or talking and it's super creepy and you can't find where it's coming from. So unfortunately, like I said, or fortunately, depending on what side of it you fall on, there is kind of a no autoplay movement going on that's, you know, most modern browsers are kind of embracing that. With that being said, you can definitely still use video on your homepage and you can still put it into custom pages. I can show you kind of how to do it. I don't have any videos uploaded to this account. So that would be one thing, is that if you want to show it on your homepage, you would need to have it uploaded into your account first. So, you know, just upload the video and then you're going to jump over into customize view and let's go edit page. And you're going to be on your homepage here. I'm assuming that's where you're wanting it. And you're going to change your background content. Now, to be clear, there are certain layouts on Zenfolio that don't allow the video option. So you want to make sure that you're on one of those that do. The easiest way to tell is, as long as this says like background content or spotlight content, you can do a video. If it says grid content up here, you're going to have to switch your layout to something other than a grid. But after you have that video uploaded to your Zenfolio account, just click here on background content and click change next to slideshow, or if you have a photo strip, whatever you have showing, click change. And then there's going to be an option right here that says photo or video. And you're going to click right on this. Then you would kind of locate that gallery where that video is uploaded. So like I said, you do have to have the video uploaded to Zenfolio. So, you know, click change gallery, come find the video. Once you find the video, you would just select it. And then there'll be some options down here as to far as where it's displayed and all of that. Again, I don't have a video in this account yet. Definitely something that I should work on. We created this account a couple of weeks ago when we first started this series, and I haven't touched it in between because I want you guys to see this account as it evolves. And the only time I ever mess with this account is when I'm doing the live stream, so you guys can see every change that I make to it and how we got it from point A to point B. So maybe we'll do video and I'll show uploading videos and all of that stuff on an upcoming live stream. But that's how you can put it on your homepage if you want it on your homepage, if that's where you want it. Now, if you don't want it on your homepage, you can do a custom page, and that will let you embed a video on a custom page as well. So let's jump back into our Zenfolio. I think we call in this edit view now. This is edit view, and if you hover over website, there's an option right here called custom pages. And let me just open this in a new tab. and we'll go down here to custom pages, and this is where you can create a custom page that lets you do a lot more control over the page. So it's basically a blank slate. It lets you do things like embed videos, embed widgets and different things like that. So if we click new right here, and I'm just going to call this one I'm just going to call this one video demo. And then if you have videos uploaded into Zenfolio, you can use the video button right here. Well, let's say maybe you're uploading them to YouTube, right? And the benefit to uploading videos to YouTube and then embedding them on your Zenfolio account, there's actually two benefits to that. So the first benefit is going to be that you have a video on YouTube. Those of you guys who don't know, YouTube is the #2 search engine under Google, and Google owns YouTube. So that's going to be really good for your SEO. The other benefit to having a video on YouTube and embedding it onto your website is that you can upload larger videos to YouTube. There are some limits to the videos that you can upload in Zenfolio. So that's why I kind of like to lean towards putting them on YouTube and embedding them here. Now, if they're private client videos, that's probably not the route that you want to take, but you're not really going to be worried about displaying those out to the public if they're private client videos anyway. All right, so we've got this custom page. Let's say we want to embed a video on this. Now, the one thing that you have to keep in mind with custom pages is that you are limited to a 944 pixel width right here. So what let's do is let's go, and I'm just going to go into a new incognito window right here. We will go to youtube.com, and then I'll do, oops, not that. I want to do youtube.com, hit space, and type in Zenfolio. So it does a search. There we go. All right, so there is Zenfolio. And right here is the live stream that's going on right now that you guys are watching. And I can actually click on this and grab the embed code from this video right here. So I'm going to go embed, and we can start it. There's also some embed options here if you want to change them. I'm just going to copy this code and put this in this custom page. Now you're going to hit the source option. Big disclaimer when you do this, anytime you're putting in custom code, Zenfolio customer support cannot offer you technical support on the custom code. So if it messes anything up, if it doesn't work the way that you think, chances are we're probably going to say, hey, you just kind of need to change that or get rid of that custom code. But we're going to click the source button. Now there is an embed button right here. I don't like using that option. It formats things weird sometimes. I just like hitting the source button, pasting in that embed code, unclicking source, and then we can grab this, we can center it up, and then we can save and preview that. And here is that right here. And I'm just going to click play. And there I am talking about this just a few minutes ago. That's kind of weird. It's like being in a time warp. So anyway, that's what you can do with custom pages. You can put that video in and embed it. Let me close that out. So hopefully, Cedric, that gives you some ideas of some options that you have if you want to use video on your Zenfolio site. If you have any more questions, definitely please let me know. Also, if you go down to the bottom in your account here, so let me just get myself out of the way. Go down to Support Center and you hit that link. Do a search for video guidelines. If you're going to upload your videos into Zenfolio, go to that support link, do a search for video guidelines, and make sure that you understand the limitations to uploading video into Zenfolio, such as the time limit, the size, and all of that stuff. But great question. Definitely something that we're going to be talking about more on the live stream as we kind of progress this account. Video is definitely something that we're going to be talking about more in weeks to come. All right, let me jump back to the dashboard really quick. Well, not the dashboard, but the photos page. Check on you guys here in chat really quick. Let's see. Home Phone says, dude, you are so past point B. And Cedric says, thank you. Absolutely. So hopefully that gave you some helpful information to kind of show you the options that you do have. Now, those of you guys who are watching the recorded version of this live stream, Definitely appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. There is a link in the description below this video that you can click on that will is called Questions for Next Week. I think that's what it's called. If you're watching the recorded version of this, you can click that link and send us a question, and I'll answer it the following week on the next live stream. If you guys are watching this, and I should have said this about 25 minutes ago, if you guys are watching this and you don't want to log into YouTube to use the YouTube chat to ask a question, there is a link that says Questions for Live or something like that. Click on that. That will take you to a form, and you can submit a question anonymously that we'll answer today if I can get to it. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump over and grab a couple of email questions that we had. All right, so let's see here. And actually, I wanted to address something that sounds like it happened maybe last week, and I'm not sure what missed it. We had somebody who was trying to submit questions into the YouTube live chat, and it looks like for some reason that the live chat was blocking their question or deleting their question. Unfortunately, that YouTube does kind of their own thing with the live chat. So we are not really in control of what they choose to auto censor or auto delete. You know, when you do live streams, a lot of times, unfortunately, there are lots of people who like to hop onto those chats and try to spam it with their links and, you know, check out my website and all this stuff. And so YouTube kind of does some weird things, and they'll occasionally block questions from coming through, or they'll remove your question or something like that. If that happens to you, if you're sitting here typing in questions and they're not coming through, or they're being removed or something like that, please use the link in the description below that says Questions for Live. It should be the top one. That will actually put a question right through to a doc that I have kind of over that direction where I can see it. So if YouTube's not letting you ask a question, hit up that link and use that doc, and that will get the question through. I do want to apologize if that's happened to you. I'm very sorry. The moderators weren't blocking you. In fact, you know, I think maybe once one of our moderators have actually had to block somebody because they were just saying random profanities. Other than that, you guys have been awesome, and I do want to apologize for that experience. Again, it was something that's kind of out of our control, so make sure you're using those links if you're not able to get through on the chat. All right, I'll try to cut my monologues down a little bit. All right, my next question here, my email question says, I'm about to start photographing a local baseball league, and I want to give them a discount if they order within the first week of their gallery being live. There's around 350 kids. Do I really need to create 350 individual coupons? Well, that depends on how much control you want over those coupons. There are several options that you have. Let me start off with the absolute simplest option and how I would do it if it was me. So what I'm going to do first is we're just going to jump down into selling right here, or jump up into selling. We're going to click on the coupons and campaigns button right there. And now you guys can see I haven't actually created any coupons on this account, so this is brand new coupon. What we're going to do is we're going to click add new coupon. And at the simplest level, this is how I would set this up. I would make one single coupon. I would make it have unlimited uses, but I would put an expiration date on it, and I would also put an order minimum on it. This way, no matter what, when people use this coupon, at least you know you're going to make a certain dollar amount. This is what I would do for this coupon, but there are some couple of other options. So let me show you this particular setup, and then we'll go into the other options. All right, so we're going to go down here. We're going to give this a name, and I'm going to call this, we'll just call this Raleigh Parks. All right, description, we'll say order within first week. All right, coupon code. The coupon code's what you're going to be sending out to your clients. You want to keep that in mind. Make it something that they can easily remember, but also something that if you need to use the same coupon again next year, you can easily modify it so that you're not stuck, because you can't reuse a coupon code. So for that reason, what I usually always do to my coupons is I will tag them with the year at the end. So like I'll say, you know, Raleigh, or I'll say RAL Baseball 18. So that way next year I can do RAL Baseball 19. And that way we don't have to worry about that. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is go down here to discount products. So we're going to scroll down, make sure that the currency is set to US dollars, and we're going to say discount products, and we are going to give it a discount. So we're going to go right here and we're going to say let's discount. I keep trying to click on the wrong screen. Okay, we're going to say discount to a percent. We're going to put in 20% right here. If you want to cap that discount off, you can. You don't have to, but you definitely can right here. If you want to discount shipping, you can, but I definitely am not going to recommend that because the shipping goes to the lab. We make no money on the shipping, and therefore if you discount it, chances are you're going to end up like I did when I tried that once, and I lost money, and I swore I would never do it again. So I would just stay away from discounting shipping. Now we're going to scroll down here, and you can limit it to specific product categories if you want. So let's say maybe you only want the discount to be for prints. You can uncheck this other option. However, you cannot limit the discount to apply to only specific products. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. And then lastly, another thing that you want to do, right, is if this coupon is only for your baseball clients, you want to make sure that you limit it to just their specific group or gallery. So you can say, you know what, this doesn't need to work for all galleries because maybe these parents have galleries of their kids from other shoots that I've done, and I don't want to give them a discount on that one. You can select the gallery like this, go here, and if I had a baseball group or a baseball gallery, I can select it, and now that coupon will only work in that specific group. Now, next as we scroll down here, this is where you're really going to start setting up some of the limitations. Now, since this is going to be a coupon that we're going to be sending out to around, I think you said 350 kids, I don't want to take the time to do this 350 different times. So what I'm going to do is leave this to have a no limit use. That means that people can use it as many times as they want, but we're going to put some restrictions on it in addition to the ones that we've already applied. First being, we're going to give it an expiration date, right? Because we want them to only get this discount if they order within the first week of their gallery being live. Well, if their gallery goes live, let's say their gallery goes live, we'll do September 3rd here on Monday. Their gallery goes live on Monday. We're going to give them a week. So we'll say, okay, this expires and this coupon will no longer work on the 10th. So at 12 a.m. on September, that coupon will expire and no longer work. Now, the last thing that I like to do for these types of coupons, especially ones where I'm not putting a use limit, I like to put an order minimum here. So we can go here and we can say, you know what, you're only going to get the discount if you spend at least $50. If they only have $20 in their cart, they're not going to get that discount. It's not going to work for them. It's going to tell them that they have to have $50 to get the discount. So this is the absolute simplest way to set this coupon up because you only have one coupon code. You copy that coupon code, you put it on cards, or you give it to the league, or you mass email it out to all the parents. And in that email, right, you're going to give them the instructions that, you know, this only works the first week, and you have to have this much in your cart to get the discount. That's how I would set this up to keep it super simple. Now there is another option. Let's say that you don't want to have that no limit, right? Because you don't want the same parent using that coupon 5 or 6 different times. You want them to only be able to use that coupon one time. As long as you have an advanced account, there's an option called coupon campaigns. So if we go here, we say add new coupon, and we say coupon campaign right here, now we can create a series of coupons. So I could create 350 coupons with the settings that I just kind of showed you all at once, but each coupon would only work one time. And then when you create that coupon, you can actually export it out to a spreadsheet and then distribute it. That's a hard word to say. Distribute it as you need to or as you want to. So however you want to get that information out. On the YouTube channel, if you go do a search on our channel for, I think it's called Creating Coupons in Batch and Emailing Them to Your Clients, it actually walks you through that process and will show you how to use the Batch Coupon Creator in conjunction with a Zenfolio event that will let you email every parent their unique coupon code. Again, guys, that's only available to advanced account holders. If you're not sure what account level you have, definitely something that's good to know. Just go up to settings, click on account, and it's going to tell you right here, Zenfolio plan, and I have a special one because this is the demo, but you're probably going to see either starter, pro, or advanced, or if you're on an older plan, you might see something like premium or something like that. That batch coupon feature is only available at the advanced plan. If you're interested, you should definitely reach out to the support team and talk about your account and upgrading. Just shoot an email to zenfolio.com/contact, the link right down here, and talk to a support team member about your options for upgrading your account. But hopefully that answered your question. Again, you don't have to take the time to make 350 individual coupons. You can make one, or you can do the batch coupon creator, which will make all 350 of them for you with the same settings. All right, let me check on you guys here in chat really quick. Let's see, it looks like Shanna is throwing out some links in the chat for you guys. Big thanks to Shanna for jumping on and hanging out with me and helping me moderate in the chat. She does an awesome job. I appreciate her taking the time to jump on here and help me out today. Let me go ahead and grab another email question really quick. Guys, we've got about 13 minutes left right up here, 13 minutes. So if you've got any questions, definitely make sure that you get those into the chat and let me know. That way I can try to get those answered live. And like I said, if YouTube is not letting you chat in, use that link in the description and put your chat in through the form and I'll get those answered as well. Let me go grab another email question really quick. All right, so we're going to go over here. And my next question here says, when I create a price list, it comes populated with a bunch of products that are already priced. Is this suggested pricing? Should I change it? It seems a little cheap. And also, can I remove some of the options? So if you guys haven't explored the selling side of things yet, there are two different ways to create price lists. And one of them does create a price list that's pre-populated. You should definitely check out both options. But yes, so the short answer is no, these are not really suggested prices. And yes, you can change these options. And before I go in and show you how to do all that and change it, I just remembered again, if you haven't done it yet, make sure that you hit that little info icon up in the top right. It should be right around where my mouse is moving. A little eye. Click that. Answer that survey so I can show you guys what you want to see next week. Because I'm going to, do next week's live stream based off of the information that you guys put in there. All right. So back to the price list question. We're going to go to selling right here. And we're going to go to price list. And so let me just show you. If you click add new price list right here, it is absolutely going to come pre-populated with some products. And they're actually already going to have prices in there. These are not suggested prices. So what this is these are what are supposed to be the most popular products from Zenfolio. And then they just have kind of a flat line like markup applied to them. So if I go down here, for instance, you're going to see that the base cost of a set of wallets is 79 cents. And there's a markup right here, which is based on the pricing formula right here. These, again, are not suggested prices. We just had to put a markup on there. So that's what it is. Like, we had to pick an option. That's what we picked. So you can absolutely change it. You can absolutely remove some of these options. In fact, if you kind of know what your price list, what you want on your price list, I would not even use this option. I like building things from scratch. There's several really good tutorials on the channel that will go through pricing and selling with you. One of the ones that I would definitely recommend that you check out is building a better price list by using your camera's aspect ratio. That's a great one to go through. And then there was also a live stream where we talked about how large can you print. If you don't know how large of a print file your camera is capable of producing, that's definitely something that you want to know before you start building your price list, Because the last thing that you guys want to do, last thing that any photographer wants to do, is offer a client something that they're not capable of producing. So 2 good things to know right there. But if you want to remove some of these options, just click the X. If you want to change the price of some of these options, you can change that price right here. So you can just go over here and you can say, you know what, for a 4x6, I want to charge $5. And you can put 5 right here, and it will show you what your profit's going to be. Or you can do it the reverse way, right? So if you like, you know what, I want to make $5 on a 4x6, you can go to the profit side of things and you can put a 5 right there. And now it's going to change up your selling price right here. So definitely you can remove those. Like I said, though, my preferred option when I'm building a price list is to do it from scratch. And that is this blank price list option right here, which is definitely something that we're going to be talking about later on in the weeks to come. We are definitely going to go through setting up selling. We're going to start from scratch, create digital products, packages, price list, do a bunch of different things, customize it, make it really streamlined and easy for your clients. And Zenfolio actually offers 2 different buying experiences for your clients. And so there's kind of 2 different ways that I recommend setting your selling up based on the client genre. There's, a really hands-on way that's really nice and pretty and presents the products really nice. Then there's a way that's super simple, super streamlined, that works really, really good for volume photographers or sports photographers, where you're offering just a handful of products and you're going to have a lot of people coming in. And we'll go through all of that in the weeks coming up. But hopefully that kind of answers your question. So absolutely, you can remove those products. You can change the pricing, and they are not suggested pricing. And in fact, what I would recommend doing is, if you're just getting started and you don't know how much to charge for your prints, join a local Facebook group. That's what I did. That was the best resource that I ever found. Was I found a local photography Facebook group and just started talking to other photographers in my area, and they were surprisingly super willing to help me progress as a photographer, not just with my shooting, but also with the business side of things as well. There was just an amazing community that I found that really helped me out. And that, if I could give you guys one suggestion, it would be get involved in a community of photographers and work with each other to help each other and build each other up. It was the best thing that I ever did as a photographer, and I definitely recommend joining those groups and finding a mentor. All right, let me see if I can answer one more email question. Guys, we've got 7 minutes left. If you have a question, now's the time to get it in the chat. I'm going to try to answer one more email question, and then we'll probably be just about out of time. So let me grab an email question. All right, I am trying to import my contact list into Zenfolio, but I keep getting an error. Any idea what's happening? All right, so you can import your contact list into Zenfolio, absolutely. The idea, or what's probably happening, is you're probably importing a CSV file that you've exported from either Miller's or from MailChimp or from something like that. And the problem is that when you import contacts into Zenfolio, they have to be in a specific format. And unfortunately, when you export them from things like MailChimp or Constant Contact or Apple Contacts or your Google Contacts, they probably are not in that format. So really quick, let me show you how to get that format so that when you upload these, you won't have that issue. So what you want to do to get the format is go to Communications and go to your contact list right here. And if you don't have a single contact in here, what you want to do is just go right here and click Add Contact. All right. So you're going to go Add Contact, and you can put name is Bob, email address is, bob@bob.com. And then tags, if you want to tag it to a gallery, you can. And we'll hit Apply, and we'll hit Add. All right. So if you don't have a single contact in there, take that second, add that contact in, because this is going to let you know what format you need to have your contacts when you want to batch import a CSV file. So now just select that new contact, hit the export button, and that's going to save a CSV file. and this one is contact 6, so I'll just save it. Jump into Google Sheets or whatever your preferred spreadsheet software is. I love Google Sheets for a lot of different reasons. One, because I can access it anywhere I'm at, but I just love the functionality of it and that it's all saved in Google and it's not on my hard drive. But you're going to jump into Google Sheets, import that really quick. So let me upload that right here. I think that's the one. Nope, that's not the one. Contacts. Where did it go? Oh, it's in this folder. Sorry, I had it in the wrong folder. There we go. Okay, so we're going to import that. And I'm just going to say, you know, replace current sheet, comma separated value, import data. And now this is going to show you the format. So this is exactly the format that you need to have this information in when you import it into Zenfolio. You have to have these commas, and they are these commas. You have to have these columns, and they have to be in this order. So you can get this opened up, and then open up in another tab the contact list that you're trying to import, and then copy the information and paste it over into these specific columns. You can do it that way, or you could just edit what you already have down to match this format. Now, once you get this set up, so let me just show you really quick. I'll say this is Alan at allen.com. Let's just delete Bob since we already have Bob here. I'm just going to delete that row. And then we'll add Steve in here as well. So we'll say Steve, and Steve is at steve.com. You guys should email Steve. He's a nice guy. Just kidding. All right. So after you have your contacts set up in this particular format, you're going to download them as a CSV file right here. We're just going to save this as new contacts. Maybe I can find it. We'll go back into Zenfolio to the contact list, and this is where you can click this import, choose file, and we'll go right here. Oh, I didn't put the import a CSV file button there. Okay, make sure that you click the import a CSV file button right here rather than this option, and then you're going to tag them down here. That's funny that I did that. All right, import, and there we go. All right, so like I said, make sure that you click that button. All right, guys, let me get back to my photos page really quick. And then, unfortunately, guys, we are out of time. I do want to say thank you to everybody who came and joined us on the live stream today. Hopefully this information was helpful. If you're watching the recorded version of this, we would love to have you guys join us on a live stream, but I understand that not everybody can just stop what they're doing and jump on YouTube on Thursdays. Make sure, though, that you click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. That way you get notifications when you go live, or when we go live, and when we publish new video tutorials. Now, until next week, I hope you guys all have a safe and wonderful week, and I hope to see you guys here next week, same time, same place.